Cool. Awesome. Hey guys, welcome to Klaymaker 2022 Global Hackathon for Klaytn ecosystem in 2022, bring to you by Klaytn Foundation, Klaytn team, and Dorahacks team. I'm Steve. I'm partner at Dorahacks. Today, I'm very happy to. I'm joined by two of our dearest friends, Sam, Chief Klaytn Officer. I think Sam is more on the ecosystem development side, and also Sam takes charge of technical, leading technical team internally as well. But I'm also joined by Neil. I believe Neil is joining from London. Neil is our really good friend, head of technology advocacy, connecting with developer teams globally for Klaytn. So today we're gonna each of us will share a little bit of Klaytn and this hackathon with you. So Sam will deliver a very high-level speech, executive keynote of Klaytn ecosystem. He's going to bring an overview of Klaytn ecosystem, what's going on internally, kind of support we get as a developer in the Klaytn ecosystem from Sam's speech. And Sam is followed by Neil. Neil is introducing the high-level rules of Klaytn hackathon, Klaymaker22, what's going on here, how the prizes, I think it's $360,000 worth of prizes will be distributed to you. What are the sectors, what are the tracks of the hackathon, how long will it last, how your project will be judged. And then I will show you how to upload your project to our platform, Dorahacks.io, to be able to participate in this hackathon. What kind of support you can get from Dorahacks team in addition. So without further ado, let's welcome Sam. Sam is joining us from Singapore, and welcome Sam to give us a high-level overview of Klaytn.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, hello everyone. This is Sam from Klaytn. So as Steve mentioned, I'm going to just briefly talk about high level of Klaytn ecosystem and what we are doing for Klaytn 2.0. So early this year, we announced our initiative about Klaytn 2.0, and the goal of this Klaytn 2.0 is to be a metaverse blockchain for all. So to achieve this goal, we have been working on different areas with many partners and many developers. So from the bottom level, so we at Klaytn, many members in our Klaytn technology teams are working on Klaytn blockchain platform itself. So our goal is to make this Klaytn a blockchain for builders. So we welcome builders and developers to realize their ideas on Klaytn blockchain. And on top of this Klaytn, we are building our economic layer. Of course, this is a DeFi layer, and we are building many money Lego as for composing these money Legos to build different ideas or different infrastructures or different projects using these Lego blocks. So this will be kind of the basic layer for economics for different projects. And our focus areas like games and NFTs. So for the game, we are inviting quality games, especially AAA games, to our blockchain environment, so they can enjoy the high performance of Klaytn and or rich ecosystem of Klaytn. And of course, we are building relevant infrastructure for more games to be onboarding to our platform. And we have been, and apart from this game, the NFT is also an important area. As a public blockchain, we have been working with many NFT projects, and apparently the OpenSea is also supporting Klaytn as a blockchain platform for NFTs. So, but the NFT has been used for many use cases, but we are trying to achieve mass adoption by showing more people regarding the use cases or utilities of NFTs. So we are going to try to achieve this NFT mass adoption. And on top of these building blocks and the game layer and NFT layers, we are moving forward to metaverse world. So we want to try, we want to give users the immersive experience of metaverse, and we are going to achieve this goal with Klaytn 2.0 and with the developers and builders like you guys. So here that we have Klaymakers22, and this is as Steve mentioned, this is a global hackathon for Web3 and Metaverse and DAOs, but we have other areas for more builders to participate in this hackathon. So again, we need builders and for you guys to realize your ideas on Klaytn through this Klay Hackathon program. And welcome you guys. And I'm going to toss this mic to Neil. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Sam, for the opening speech right here to kick off our Klaymakers22 hackathon. And finally, this is the D-Day. We have been having different developer workshop in the past 2 weeks, and we're gonna have way more. I don't think it's gonna be way more, but 2 more weeks we're gonna have more developer workshop to cover more technical topic. But finally, today is the day that we start the hackathon, which means to you, you can go to the Dorahacks platform and start building your buildos and start, having your template being created and start thinking about how you're going to submit it in a more attractive way so that you'll be the winner to get the prize from the hackathon. So before that, just want to say thank you very much, obviously, to Dorahacks for us to be the exclusive organizer for Klaymakers22. And you see, to make this happen, this is a global flagship event that we have. The hackathon that we have, a global one. Every single year, we're trying to have one. And just to happen that this year, we call Klaymakers22. You might think that maybe next year it's going to be Klaymakers23 or 23rd, 24th. But just want to say that thanks for this support from the sponsors, as you can see from the list, and also a bunch of different community partners that are actually our ecosystem partners at Klaytn ecosystem. So without that, this event wouldn't be a success or a reality for everybody right here to see that and to participate into it. So briefly, to introduce the Klaymakers22 is you think that as Steve mentioned, the cash prize for this one is going to be around 360K, and 300K is actually being assigned to the 5 main tracks, which is sponsored by the Klaytn Foundation directly. So the first track, actually, if you're a core developer that you're interested in working a lot of different implementations, for example, storage, you want to improve the storage, you want to improve to have more transaction being packed in a block, to have better transactions more efficient way to process a transaction in a block, and then core plus track is something that you might be looking at. So you think about is to driving some kind of improvement and building some toolings on the Klaytn core protocol. Essentially, we mentioned something for Klaytn 2.0, but Klaytn 3.0 is coming up. With this kind of implementation, we want you and your implementation to be part of the Klaytn 3.0 going forward to direct contribute to our Klaytn ecosystem directly. And the third track, as you can see, is the Metaverse and NFT track. We group it together because with the concept of the the decentralized creator economies, there could be a lot of interesting use cases and toolings that could be built around the Metaverse and NFT use cases that you can think of. With the growth of the ecosystem in this aspect, by building on Klaytn ecosystem with the NFT or even Metaverse project, as Sam mentioned, Klaytn is one of the 4 chains that is integrated with OpenSea right now. And with the OpenSea support via the partnership, your NFT use cases could be listed on OpenSea and other NFT marketplace very easily if you, or even though if you have any use cases or smart contract of your NFT deployed on Klaytn ecosystem. That is something that with a very low entry point for you to do that, and you will have more outreach to the traders or to other people who are or may be interested in your NFT project. And for the DAO track, as always, different ecosystem that you look at, we need to have way more DAO use cases. You can think about the DAO Launchpad. You can think about, these kind of DAO tools that you may be thinking about, some kind of, anyway, so different supporting toolings that you can think of about that. So we would like to have some kind of toolings around that and some implementations that you would like to work out for as a submissions to the Klaymakers22. And we also have the Fine Plus track. So we just group all the fine together, like DeFi, game fine, matter fine, social fine, etc., etc. For these is like also the use cases and the supporting toolings that you can think about the dashboard, about some kind of DeFi protocol or cross-chain DeFi protocol that you would like to have with some dashboard like toolings that we would like to have some kind of examples like this to see, like some different aggregators app you would like to work out or some implementation. We would like to see the submissions like these as a use case, or maybe some kind of supporting toolings around it in the Fine Plus field. That will always be welcome. And last but not least will be the public goods track. So normally we have a lot of different use cases in different, like just in general blockchain industry, right? You got different ecosystem that are building different things, but mostly 80 or 90% of them, they're actually focusing on, different tracks that could work out a very good values in return when they're trying to build a project. But for the public goods, it's more like we would like to start seeing more social impact, some more project that could, talk about or use cases or toolings that will mean a lot of social impact to our lives, to make our lives better with the blockchain technology or building or fire building on Klaytn ecosystem. That will be something that we would love to see. And last but not least is hopefully everybody be the next Klaymakers. Obviously, Klaymakers is from the word clay plus the Klaymakers, but the original idea is to, have you to contribute to Klaytn ecosystem and to get what you want. Obviously, after these Klaymakers22, you will have a successful solutions and very interesting implementation. But we would love to keep supporting you to start building or keep building on Klaytn ecosystem to be a successful service in Klaytn ecosystem and also in the blockchain industry. And like I said, the public goods track is really interesting. You might end up having solutions that can change the world and change the format of how this blockchain industry could be running going forward. So, okay, so Neil, you explain all this kind of main track that you talk about, but what about the submission requirement? What will be the Dorahacks or Klaymakers will be looking for? So essentially, we need only 3 things, but it sounds really simple, 3 things, but it's really a lot. We would like to have an URL to your open source code base. Every submission and any submissions that we expect from Klaymakers, they should be all open source, which is in line with our open source strategy at Klaytn. Because when you go to our Klaytn GitHub repository, every code base that you can see is fully open. We're 100% open source. So do the submissions that we expect from Klaymakers. We would expect everything should be open source on GitHub or GitLab, wheresoever you would like to put your code. We would love to see that, and the judge will see that as well. And we would like to also have you to provide an URL. Essentially, we would like to have a user interface, which is your front end, that link with your code base in the back end. The code base could be included in the front end as well, obviously, but we would like to see some interactions like that with your application or with your toolings or with your use cases. Last but not least, is something we would like to see to provide a video that would be demonstrate, quick demo that could demonstrate your ecosystem and tooling application. As you can see, the judging stage will be divided into 2 stages. The first stage will be the pre-final judge, which we will take all 3 of these. The judge will come into different judge panel and look at your submissions and to pick the finals, from their choices. And there will be, when you look at these 5 tracks right here, there will be 5 finalists per track that will be going into the live demo sessions from October 3rd to October 7th, to have the winners, the final winners, the 3 winners per track to get the prize. So normally you look at the submission requirements, it's going to be like this. This is not the first questions that we got, but we do have a lot of similar questions going into our Discord channels, to ask a lot of what are the submission requirements, and these are the submission requirements, most importantly. So get to the more exciting part, which is finally we talk about the prize pool. I mentioned briefly, and everybody mentioned briefly, this is going to be a 360K that we talk about. And the 300K is divided into the 5 track, essentially 60K per track. And inside the 60K, you will have the winner, the first runner up and second runner up. Essentially, you talk about 30, 20, 10K for these prices per track. And we also have 60K, which is part of the 360, the 60K from the 6 sponsor bounties, which individual sponsor, they work out their problem statement, which is 10K. They have their own different, prize pool breakdown for individual bounties, which you can have more information by scanning this QR code, everybody QR code right here. Go to the Dorahacks submission page, or you can go to the landing page from the Klaytn developers, which is our developer hub, for more information about individual bounties, as you can see. So some bounties, they will be paid, the payout will process in the stable coin. Some will be doing that in the native currency of Klaytn, which is Klay. But we have 6 bounties right here for you. I think Steve will go back and will cover these as well, how you can submit the main track for your submissions. At the same time, you can pick some bounties to be considered for individual sponsor challenges right here. All right, so remember, the key hackathon days today is what we just highlight right here. Today is a kickoff day. Essentially, you got 5 weeks. You can start hacking, and the developer workshop, being started from August 19 already, will keep on going until the September 12th, or maybe 14 right now, because we have some update about the schedule, but we will keep you updated all the time. So you can look at it, the developer session and workshop will give you all the information that you need to start building, and all these kind of opportunity informations about what will happen after the hackathon if you happen to be the finalist and you would like to keep building on Klaytn ecosystem, what kind of benefit that you can keep getting. And that's why we have been marketing 360K for the prize pool, and over 1 million, that is the prize pool plus the incubators opportunity plus the investment opportunity for you to grab if you ever have a very successful solutions and implementations from the Klaymakers22. So the final submission day will be September 30. And then after that, the right after Monday that you see what I mentioned, the live demo sessions will be from the October 3rd to the October 7th. Every single day, we will have 1 track finalist to present live, with other live session like this about their ideas openly to the Klaymakers ecosystem, kind of the communities that we have, because there's so many sponsors, the partners that we have, and also a lot of participants like yourself would like to learn why I am picked and why I'm not picked. But then when you look at the finalists, probably you learn something as well, which is good as well for a community, because this is not the only hackathon that we're going to have in this year and going forward. And this is the starting point that we have. We're going to have way more hackathons, obviously, with different partners that we could have. As you can see, Dorahacks will be one of those. So the closing ceremony and the winners announcement will be on the October 10th, which you will know the final answer, whether you got included as a winner, and you will be up for the benefit and also the prize. Most importantly, the prize that we mentioned as a winner of the hackathon. The judge, as you can see, partly from Klaytn, partly from the ecosystem partners that we have, Aftan, Hot Squad, Sango, Sotatak, everybody like that, they will be part of the judge panels to judge, your submissions like that by categories, which is the track, and also by the bounties when we have hit the deadline for the submission day, which will be the September 30. So going forward, as I said, after these, we still have few more developer workshop. As you can see, right after that on Wednesday, you will see Terry Wilkinson will go through with you how you can build on Klaytn ecosystem and what will be the tools that you can use right away to start hacking. And we will also cover a little bit about the Ethereum equivalence on Klaytn, how it would be affecting your submissions, because essentially you can be working out your ERC 721. If you do have some use cases on the Ethereum ecosystem, you can think about to extend it without any barriers right there for you to work any more manual changes right here before you can submit it for consideration. So you can look at service chain. We're going to talk about that. For CKP, we would like to see more information, some more submissions of it. We need to talk about that before you know what you can use and work out your submissions in the Core Plus protocol, which is the Core Plus track that we have. And after that, I think, when I said the September 13 will be the onwards and upwards Klaymakers, meaning this will be a session talk about the post-hackathon opportunities for the finalists and also every hackathon participant. You can still engage after this hackathon. Like I said, this is only the first step that we have a hackathon. If you start building or keep building on Klaytn ecosystem, there are way more steps you can engage us with. And also you can join the upcoming hackathons or any sponsor hackathons by Klaytn going forward, Q3 this year or early next year as well. Just stay tuned. And if you do have any questions, like I said, at the end of this slide, you will be having some QR code that will bring you to the Discord group. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and put your questions together in the Klaymakers Discord channel. And then Dorahacks side and also our side, the Klaytn side, will try our best to answer your questions right away. Great. I guess that will be over to Steve, our co-founder at Dorahacks, to go through with us on Dorahacks submission platform what we could do, the hackathon participant, to create your builder and start hacking on Dorahacks for the Klaymakers22. Over to you, Steve. You're on mute, sorry.
Thank you, Sam and Neil, for giving a very, very exciting introduction of the Klaytn ecosystem, what's going on, what's expected from the Klaytn Foundation, from the Klaytn team to the developers to build in this hackathon. There are plenty of prizes. I would say very, very generous in the bear market. And we developers are market agnostic. So I believe recently was really, really popular in developer community. You can see there's actually a lot of really exciting things going on in the Klaytn ecosystem with their particularly strong in and prioritizing gaming and metaverse ecosystem. But there's so much more that you can build. I believe that you will play a very important role in the Klaytn ecosystem if you build a really interesting project. And Klaytn team is also distributed globally. So wherever you are, you will be well supported from the ecosystem development side, from the technical side. It's going to be great. And I'm going to show you a little bit more on how to participate in this hackathon. So it's actually pretty easy. I'll give you guys a walkthrough via this deck slideshow, but also take you over to our website to give you a step-by-step introduction of how to create a project and submit a project to the hackathon, register as a developer on the Dorahacks.io platform. So pretty easy. You can find the login sign up button on the platform there. It's on the up right corner, but also there are a lot of entrances for you to, a lot of buttons for you to click to submit a project as an open source builder on the platform. We at Dorahacks call an open source project a builder. This is a Web3 meme. So you can set up your project, create a project, and then submit a project there. There are multiple channels for you to do that. So if you already participated in a hackathon on Dorahacks before, and you want to use the same project to participate in Klaymakers 2022, you can do that, because once you make progress, and if you haven't deployed on Klaytn network before, you can actually do that in this hackathon. Then you can just apply with your existing project there. And if you haven't got you haven't used Dorahacks platform before, or you want to create a new project, then you can click the create a new project link here. So once you do that, you will go to a page where you can submit the basic information of the project, including your project name, what kind of tracks are you participating, and the project source part, you can just type in Klaytn Klaymaker2022 hackathon, and you're going to deploy on Klaytn. And there are several information for you to submit. We'll also collect your GitHub link, so you can submit your project's GitHub link, your demo link, and your demo video link. It's strongly encouraged that you create a really amazing video for your project, so that the judges can actually not only dig into your project from the code part, but they can also listen to your pitching outside of the official demo day and the project demo session. They can just get to know your project more via the video. So this is how you do that. Once you have filled in all of the information, especially the must fill in ones with the rest asterisk, then you can submit your project there. So this is the deck, but what I'm going to show you is a step-by-step, like how to actually submit there. So right now what you are seeing is our platform is Dorahacks.io, and the first way of getting to this hackathon is actually the kick the hackathon button on the banner, and then you'll actually find the Klaymaker22 highlighted in the hackathon session. This is where you can get into the event, and it's actually pretty excited to see there are already 8 projects submitted to the hackathon. So there's already teams submitting their projects. So what you're going to do is you can click submit below here, and they will direct you to the login sign up link. There are 3 ways for you to register to the platform. You can either register with your Web2 identity, which is your GitHub, which is the most, I think, developer native way, or your email. And if you don't want to reveal your Web2 identity, you can also connect a wallet. It's also supported. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in with my GitHub. There you go. And once I'm logged in, what I can do is I can actually submit my project here. So I have created a few projects on the platform before. See if I want to submit a DAO project. I can just use my previous created project there. And if I haven't, and then I'll click create a new project here. And here, this is where you can fill in all of the information, which includes your project's name, your category. This is with Klaytn, actually with Klaytn tracks supported. So there are a lot of pre-existing tracks, but you can also type in some of the tracks that more like it's a better fit for a project. Like play to earn, you can actually type it in. That's also supported. In the hackathon part, please put in Klaymaker22. Oh, sorry, I need to go back a little bit. We're back. And expand all here. You should select Klaytn. So this is the infrastructure supported. It's actually on the second row. It's actually very easy to find. It's before Aptos and it's after Arbitrum and Optimism. Tagline, a brief introduction of your project, your vision, your build's description. This is markup supported, so you can actually edit here a little bit and click preview to see how it works. Cover image is supported, and it's recommended for you to have a very catchy cover image for a project. A Telegram handle of the team captain, but also you can leave your Discord, WhatsApp, and WeChat so that we can reach out to you for in case you win, or reach out for you for further contact. Team members can be added via typing in their email. So make sure your team members they are registered on the platform. That you can either search them with your ID or can search them with your email. I'm going to add my teammate Chris here. Yes. So this is how I add him. And then GitHub links, demo video links, agree. And then if all the information is filled, you can just click submit buildo, and then you can come back to use the buildo submitted, select the track. There are 6 tracks. Oh, there are actually 5 tracks and the sponsor challenges only. If you just want to tackle the bounties, you can select them here. Say if I chose the DAO track, and here you can, there are 6 bounties available. You can just select the bounties that you tackled, click agree to agreement, and then you're good to go. And once you click that, our team will quickly review the project submitted, and then your project should be live in no time on the platform. And don't worry if you submitted something and you need to change the description, because you can always edit your already submitted project here. So you can always do that. So you can just go to your profile page and select the project that you want to build, and then you can click edit buildo, and this is where you can change all the info, add your teammates, delete some of the irrelevant stuff. What's even better is that you can actually create a milestone for your project where you can actually put in, hey, I'm gonna do this in the hackathon, then I'm gonna do this, this, and this in the next 3 months. It's also supported, and I think those details will actually contribute to the success of your project in the hackathon, because the judges will have more information from you. So that's pretty much it. I think this is gonna be very exciting. There are $360,000 for you to grab, for you to win, and there are multiple tracks. I think they basically cover all the important tracks at the moment. Yeah, so if you have any question, I think if you have any question, feel free to reach out to us, to our operation team, to Dorahacks team. We can help you connect with Klaytn team. We can help you connect with all the crucial resources that you need from this hackathon and beyond. There's a lot that we can do. And it's actually very, very exciting to kick off your own project, starting from a hackathon with the potential prizes you can win. You can actually cover a lot of the auditing, legal structure setup, initial team up, like get 6 months of a runway for you to build a small startup for yourself. So I want to thank Klaytn team for making this happen together with Dorahacks, together with us. This is our first collaboration. It's going to be very exciting. Pretty happy to introduce such a great ecosystem to our developer community. And there's so much for you to learn. There are a bunch of workshops, so much for you to win. There are a big prize pool. And I believe this won't be our last collaboration. I believe there are a bunch of really, really fun events that we're going to co-host in the future. From my understanding, we're doing something together during Token 2049 in Singapore. So in case you're coming to Token 2049, feel free to drop by Klaytn's Hacker House, Klaytn's Hacker event. I think that's at the end of September. But if you are everywhere in the world, there are a lot of workshops for you to participate, and feel free to reach out to us. Yeah, Neil, back to you.
Yeah, so very quickly, as Steve suggested, so when if this is not your first time joining any hackathon, there's so many hackathon submission platforms that you can think of. But for Klaymakers22, remember that the only submission platform will be going to the Dorahacks. If you submit your project to other submission platform, I don't think that will be considered, to be honest, for these Klaymakers22. So remember just to scan this QR code and go to Discord group if you do have any questions, and always go to the Dorahacks submission platform to submit your Klaymakers implementations. And also, as Steve suggested, and also Sam also suggested, we're going to have a lot of different developer events going up. Coming up will be the next in September, end of September during the Token 2049, we will have a Klay Dev Day. If you happen to be in Singapore, feel free to register. The link will be coming up very soon. That's why you need to go to the Discord group to to be informed. And even though you couldn't make it in person to Singapore for this event, we will also streamline it. You will have all the live stream sessions that you can actually join on our Klaytn Museum, or also on simply on a YouTube channel. You will see our live stream right that, as you can see, so that everybody can actually join in person, in real life, or virtually. And this is something that we'd like to see, and you will see many more developer events coming up from the Klaytn ecosystem that we would like to see you start or building on Klaytn ecosystem to make it different. And like I said, 360K can prove that Klaytn is always here in the blockchain industry, and to trying to build a more successful or more vibrant Klaytn ecosystem right here going forward in the blockchain industry. And hopefully we can have your support to go into the Klaytn 3.0, or finish up the 2.0 together. We're gonna have better future right there in the blockchain industry together. So that will be my my final remarks right here. But I guess I will pass it to Sam. I'm quite sure Sam got a few more to cover for our audience right here in this call. Over to you, Sam.
Okay, thank you, Leo, and thank you, Steve. So yeah, again, we welcome all the builders and hackers to our hackathon, Klaymakers22. So again, yeah, you have to submit your bidder or your project to the Dorahacks platform. So don't forget about that. And all the information can be found on the Dorahacks website or Klaytn developer portal. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us through Discord or through our developer forum or any channel that Klaytn is using. So yeah, again, it's time for you guys. And so yeah, please submit your great ideas. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. Thank you, Neil, for joining us. Make sure that you follow Klaytn and Dorahacks Twitter to have the most updated updates about this whole hackathon, about Klaytn ecosystem, about what's going on in the Dora community. And make sure you join the Discord channel to have all of the most updated information about this hackathon. I hope you all do really, really well in this hackathon and win something for yourself. I think there's a lot of interesting going on in the Klaytn ecosystem that you really can't miss. Dig into it, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Neil, for joining us today.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you, everyone.
Cheers, everybody.